We've got 6 games on the board for you. We'll get to the Packers in a second, but let's start with the Steelers and the Bills. Maybe the last season of Big Ben. I think that feels about right, but we'll see. Buffalo is a 6.5-point favorite. Josh Allen, incredible year last year. He went from 24th to 4th in quarterback ranking. That was a hell of a jump, and he got paid for it. Are we buying the Bills? Minus 6.5 here. How do you think this starts out for the Steelers in Buffalo?
I 6.5. You got to win by a touchdown. I don't think that's going to happen in the first game here. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think you're knocking the rust off of both offenses. So I'm taking Pittsburgh plus 6.5. But I still think the Bills are going to win.
I agree. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think defensive battles on both ends. Both defenses are back, and normally the offenses at this stage of the season. So I look for a low-scoring defensive battle, and I got the Bills winning as well, close one.
All right, let's do Arizona and Tennessee. By the way, the Titans are my sleeper Super Bowl pick. Julio coming over. Let's go, Derrick Henry. Come on, Ryan Tannehill. They're a 3-point favorite against Arizona, who a lot of people have out of the playoffs. First game, by the way, for J.J. Watt. Anybody got the Cardinals here? Anybody want to step up and say they can cover the 3 at least, or maybe even beat the Titans on the road?
I think it's going to be a blowout between Brown and Jones, Julio, that new pickup they have, man, and Derrick Henry in the backfield. They're going to be a tough team to beat this year, especially early on in Tennessee.
Yeah, I like the Titans in this one. I don't like West Coast teams traveling east. And this one's starting out that way. First game of the season, and the power that the Titans have offensively, but then also the mind of Vrabel and his defense. I think it's going to be too much for him.
Let's move on to Ohio. By the way, I should know this, but were you guys Browns or Bengals fans growing up, or neither?
I was more of a Browns fan. I'm Northern Ohio. I know I was more of a Browns fan, and obviously John Elway broke my heart a few times there with the drive, and Ernest Bonner with the fumble. So I remember all those things. I'm scarred as a kid watching the Browns.
Well, I had the Bengals, and I'm just as scarred. That 49ers game was terrible. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah, you just went right into my childhood, Sam Weish, and I actually felt bad for the Browns. I think everybody did, even though I grew up in Chicago as a Bears fan. Which, by the way, thank you for your 1 year in Chicago, Orlando. But all right, the Browns are playing Kansas City. The Chiefs are a 6.5-point favorite. KC, though, they were 6-2 at home last year for the record, but they only covered 3 of those games. And second half last year, they weren't covering much at all. Nick, let me start with you here. Can Cleveland cover 6.5?
No, I'm riding the Chiefs on this one. I think Patrick Mahomes coming back, he's already said that he wants to be, even better than he's ever been. So I think he put that work in this offseason. They've made some good moves. I think it's going to be a blowout at home. And so I'm taking the Chiefs minus 6.5.
Orlando?
Yeah, same here. Even though I'm my childhood Brown fan, I think they will have a great year. Just week 1 will be a tough one for them. Going to Kansas City, facing that high-powered offense, it could be a rout. I'm going with the Chiefs as well.
All right, to New Orleans we go. Well, specifically Jacksonville, and prayers for everybody who been dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. They had to move the game for the Packers and the Saints, which made a lot of sense. Green Bay's a 4-point favorite. We were just touching on them. Saints are missing Michael Thomas. Their offensive line is banged up, and you've got Jameis coming in here. Some people are with Jameis. Some people are not. I actually happen to be with Jameis. But Orlando, what do you think here? Packers are a 4-point favorite.
You know what? I am with Jameis as well, man. And this is my surprise sleeper pick of the week, man. I like the Saints to cover. I think it's going to be a closer game. I actually think they're going to win the game. So I'm going with the Saints.
I'm riding the Jameis train as well. I think LASIK has done wonders for him. It was a big step. But I'm not buying the Saints on this one. Having to deal with the devastation of Ida, moving the game and everything. I think minds are going to be distracted. and the team just isn't going to be ready to play as a whole. So I still like the Packers on this one. I just think especially Aaron Rodgers coming in with all the turmoil over the offseason, wants to prove to everybody that he's right and everyone else is wrong. So I think it's going to be definitely the Packers.
All right, let's do the Bears and the Rams. We'll stay in the NFC North. And Nick, you already dogged Matthew Stafford, but are you bold enough to pick the Bears on the road on Sunday night? It's 7.5. That line keeps moving up. Nobody thinks that the Red Rifle Andy Dalton is walking in there. Or you actually complimented the Bears defense. I'm a little more skeptical, but do they cover 7.5?
No, I do like the Bears defense. I think Justin Fields plays, that would change the game a bit. But rolling in with Andy Dalton is not going to cut it in LA. So I'm riding with the Rams.
Yeah, me too. I think and defensively, Aaron Donald, who's a monster in the middle, Jalen Ramsey on the back end will be trouble for the Red Rifle Andy Dalton there. It'll be, and then obviously get that offense rolling a little bit. I got the Rams and to cover.
Did the Bears call either of you guys looking for offensive linemen because they're picking up 39-year-old guys who are fishing? I won't go down the Bears train right now. All right, let's do the Ravens and the Raiders Monday Night Football. Hey. Welcome to Las Vegas with fans. That'll be sweet. Tickets are very expensive. People are traveling to see their favorite teams going to Las Vegas, which makes a whole lot of sense. But 4.5 point favorite. The Ravens are. Nick, what do you think?
So I'm looking at this one, and I'm shocked that it's only 4.5. I think the Ravens are going to dominate this game. I think the Las Vegas Raiders struggle with home field advantage because no one in Vegas really cares. So you have a bunch of people traveling in to see their team play and to also get a little bit of the Vegas fun. So I think it might be a skewed home game for the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson is going to come out balling. So I'm hammering the Ravens easily at -4.5.
Orlando, you believe in Gruden?
Not so much, man. I think Lamar Jackson will be too much. It'll be a heavy dose of Lamar Jackson and that offense. I know he's ready for a big year, and I don't think they have enough to stop him. That offensive power of Lamar Jackson, that offense.